Welcome to Turner Classic Movies, everybody. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Today and tonight we have 24 hours of movies with Ricardo Montalban on day 15 of Summer Under the Stars. Montalban, born in Mexico in 1920, where he also made his movie debut, had a career that spanned 7 decades. Up next, from 1953, during Montalban's time as an MGM contract player, Latin Lovers. It's a musical comedy, an example of MGM's glossy style. The plot is light, the photography is in Technicolor, the sets and costumes are opulent, and the story's big conflict comes down to whether a rich woman should marry an even richer man or a slightly less rich man. The same problem millions of Americans face every day. Lana Turner is the woman, John Lund is the really rich man, and Montalban is the other man who complicates things. At this point in his career, Montalban had been under contract at MGM for almost 6 years. His most frequent co-star at the studio was Esther Williams, though he also starred in dramatic films like Battleground and Across the Wide Missouri. Montalban was not the original choice for Latin Lovers. Fernando Lamas was. But Lamas and Turner were involved in a volatile off-screen romance, and when it got so bad that it threatened to produce unfavorable headlines, Montalban was called in to replace Lamas. Studio bosses knew there was little chance, maybe no chance, of a real-life romance between Montalban and Turner. Montalban was widely known as a faithful, devoted husband to his wife, Georgette, who was Loretta Young's half-sister. The Montalban marriage lasted 63 years. Typical Hollywood. From 1953, also with Gene Hagen, Louis Calhern, Beulah Bondi, and Rita Moreno, Latin Lovers. Ricardo Montalban made his film debut in Mexico, where he was born in 1942. 5 years later, he signed with MGM. By the end of his career, Montalban was just as well known for his appearances on television, maybe better known. For 7 seasons, he played the mysterious Mr. Rourke on Fantasy Island. On Star Trek, he played probably the most famous villain in the Star Trek universe, Khan, a role he reprised in the 1982 film Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. He won an Emmy for the late 1970s series, How the West Was Won. In 1975, he was hired by Chrysler and earned his place in the TV Commercial Hall of Fame by immortalizing the phrase, soft Corinthian leather, in ads for the Chrysler Cordoba. He's also the namesake of the Montalban Theater in Hollywood, California, where TCM has recorded a number of live interviews from the TCM Film Festival, including our surprise 20th anniversary party for Robert Osborne. Up next, Ricardo Montalban appears in a lighthearted religious drama filmed on location in Italy.